Welcome to the Fall WrestleCast.
What's up, bud?
You know, chilling, killing, thrilling.
Fat
chick thrilling.
Yeah, I see that.
Shout out to Mike Awesome, who was awesome. R.I.P. Mike Awesome. One of the greatest.
Awesome? He was awesome before The Miz was awesome?
He was awesomer than The Miz. Former ECW champion. Former most awesome. Former best wrestler ever. God, Mike Awesome was good. Former best mullet ever in the history of mullets.
I don't know, man. Shawn Michaels' mullet game was strong in the early 90s.
I don't know that it was better than Mike Awesome's, though. Man, just go back and look. God, it was glorious. Oh, my God. And, he kept it a lot longer than he ought to have. Like, we're talking 1998, Mike Awesome had a quite Mike Awesome mullet in 1998. It was, whoo boy, Mike Awesome. Anyway, RIP to a legend. A real legend who should be a multiple-time Hall of Famer, regardless of how we're looking at Hall of Fames and wrestling. And
yeah.
I mean, he could be a baseball Hall of Famer. I think.
No, nobody really worries about WWE Hall of Fame credentials. Most of the time, it's like, let's flip a coin.
Well, I think this year headliners should be Mike Awesome and Christian. Christian.
Hey, so lots of good shit this week, I think. I was pretty into what I saw.
This was a week of wrestling didn't have to be any good, and it was pretty all right all week.
Yep. Yeah, pretty good with it, actually.
It was all very even Raw sort of made sense through the whole thing. It was a little it was it did its Raw thing where there was that 2 hours in the middle where it dragged a little bit, but I mean a 3-hour show just does that, right? I mean, I can't think of any 3-hour show that's never not dragged a little bit in the middle.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
But I mean, as far as Raws go, it was a solid Raw. I mean, I didn't pay hard attention to it, but I had it on and I didn't shut it off. So I mean, that's something, right? SmackDown was fun. Wednesday night. Okay, we got to talk about Dynamite a little bit. They had some Halloweeniness going on, and the main event was amazing. I memed it a little bit with Hangman as the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man pull off on was it Nick or Matt Jackson? I can't tell them apart. But I think it was one of the Jackson brothers, one of the Bucks. And
one of the Jackson brothers, he says.
One of the Jackson brothers. Hey, one of the Bucks. And man, Hangman popping. I loved it. Loved the facials. Loved the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I mean, I'm not always into the elites. I think it's a little over the top, but for Halloween, and just the way it paid off in the end, it felt very Attitude Era, but not like that level of cheese, but that level of cheese that you remember. When when Kurt Angle came out with the milk truck and gave everybody a milk bath, it was that level. It was that level of this is ridiculous, but I'm gonna remember this because of its ridiculousness, not because these guys are ridiculous every week. It's this was something. So now I really enjoyed it. I feel like they really hit the nail on the head on Wednesday. And WWE was great too this week. It was all just very, very good. NXT was good. Good show. Lots of good wrestling.
Yeah.
We're when things are firing on all cylinders, we're very blessed as wrestling fans. I would say even more so now than during the Monday Night Wars, because there's no conflicting really. It's all
no.
You can watch 10 hours of wrestling every week.
I mean, not if you ask Tony Khan. I mean, they're head to head every single week, and they're just beating the brakes off of SmackDown.
They ain't, but hey,
listen, this motherfucker goes on Busted Open, right? And he doubles down on this shit with Bischoff, and he's saying all this stuff to Bischoff, and so Bischoff comes back on his podcast, and it's a 2.5-hour episode. I shit you not. and it was an Ask Eric Anything episode, and he spent an hour and 15 minutes dissecting Tony Khan's comments on Busted Open Radio and how he's wrong about basically everything that he said.
I mean, I can't tell you that Tony's right. God, they're in such different situations though than they were though, right? Like Eric Bischoff walked into what was the NWA, which became WCW, which had already gained a follow. Like WCW's following was already relatively substantial, and it had stars. I mean, it wasn't. Look, they had Ric Flair. They still had Ric. They had Ric Flair. You can't
Flair, Luger, and Sting. That was it.
They didn't have Luger.
That's right. They didn't have Luger.
They had Flair and Sting. They had some. They had the Steiners. They had a lot of like old school names too. But they had some names.
I think when Bischoff come into power, the Steiners were still in WWF.
They were at that point in time, but in the 80s, the Steiners had a stint.
Yeah, but in 80s WCW and 90s WCW are two totally different things.
No, and I don't disagree with you on that. I really don't. I'm just saying that like they walked into separate situations. Yeah. Like he walked into a promotion with years and years and years of history behind it. Whereas Tony Khan is like he's picked it up from scratch, right? Like he built it from he didn't have the pre-made pie crust. He had to make that pie crust. And pie crust is hard to make. Maybe not for you, but for pie crust is hard to make.
I can't bake a box cake, pal.
Okay, pie crust is hard to make. And that's what he had to do, and he's done it. So, like 10 years from now, if Tony Khan were to walk into his own promotion, it'd be a little different, right? But I mean,
that's to say if AEW's still around in 10 years,
and that's maybe not. We'll see what happens. But
you've said it yourself, right? It's just a matter of time.
They got to keep putting. I mean, I can't imagine Vince not buying them. But if they continue to put the money into it, I'm hoping they turn profit. Look, if they continue to get good, like,
I don't want to go anywhere, pal.
I don't either. Like, I feel like they started and it was like, oh my God, Joey Janela, what the hell? What is this crap? And there's a little bit of that, and we'll touch on that later. But it's now to the point of like, where like they start the evening off strong and they end the evening off pretty strong. It's not as strong as how they start the evening, but they end the evening off strong. There's a dud or two in the middle, and you're going to have that. I'm not saying WWE doesn't even throw duds in there still, but I feel like AEW
every Monday for the last 19 Mondays.
The lows on Dynamite can be a little lower still, even. Occasionally Raw outdoes itself with the lowness. I'll give you that. But anyway, point being, the fact that these guys are fighting about it seems stupid to me. Because one, Tony Khan, I need to shut up. He's doing good. Keep doing good. Shut up. You don't need to have a chip on your. There's no reason to have a chip on your shoulder. You've created a good television product of wrestling that has, at this point, if you go back 6 months, I was not a fan. Like you've won me over, okay? Like
100%. I come in here and shit on that thing every single week, man.
Like you would like. He's created a wrestling product that I'm happy to watch. I'm excited to watch. I watch it. Look, I'd shut it off if it sucked. I've done it before. I shut off lots of stuff when it sucked. I'm like, I'm done with this. They don't make me shut it off, and I mean, I really feel like that's where he wants to be at this point, right?
Yeah.
Like, well, let's make sure that those who do tune in don't necessarily shut it off. And that's where we are. So we'll see where they go from here. But I think they're putting good stuff out. Sting and Darby Allin right now, or Sting, Darby Allin versus MJF right now is just, it's money. I feel like MJF only does, he's had one misstep, and it was Chris Jericho's fault. But otherwise, everything the man touches is gold. I mean, the guy's got a better record than Triple H right now. Like, as far as stuff that's just fantastic. I mean, you look, I tune in half 50% of why I tune in is to see like, what's MJF going to do this week? Yeah, that's like 50% of it. Anyway, what are we talking about today?
Hey, so dude, like, we had the draft, and they had a couple of weeks. All that kind of had to take place and take shape, right? And
Now we're in it.
Now we're in it, and right out of the gate, we get a little Seth Rollins, Finn Balor. I'm drawing a blank.
Was it Kevin Owens? Oh man,
Owens and damn.
Was it the ladder match? Are we talking about the ladder match? Oh
yeah,
god, that's so long ago. It was Monday. Oh yeah, that ladder. Oh my god. Yeah, and Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. I forgot we hadn't talked about that yet. It's been so long ago. Oh my god.
So that thing. So
oh my god.
How about Seth Rollins walking back into Monday Night Raw and putting himself right at the tippy top of the card?
First, let's talk about that match as a like they put that on. That could have main evented WrestleMania.
Oh, it was phenomenal.
Oh my! They gave it time. It was those boys had clearly worked their spots out. It looked safe for a ladder match. Those boys had clearly worked their spots out. I'm not saying it was TLC 1999 or 2000 or whatever, but it was. I mean, you want to talk about guys who are out there like, hey, let's go blow the roof off this place and show them that we are absolutely 100% the 4 best wrestlers right now. And God love Rey Mysterio. Rey took some. Man, Rey is like old as hell. I love Rey.
Bro, he looked really good in that match.
He looked fantastic. Like Rey made that match. Everybody knew going into that. There was no way in hell Rey was winning that, right?
No.
But man, Rey being in that match was just like, oh my God, they want this to be great. Like that's when you saw Rey in there, it was like, you just want this to be great because Rey was there to call things, right?
100%.
Like
definitely out there to quarterback it.
Like, no, I'm not saying that Rollins and Kevin Owens couldn't have done that, but Rey was out there to make sure it was an A+ match, not an A or a B+, and it was an A+ match. It was, I mean, that's the best match that's been on. That's the best match that's been on Monday Night Raw since
2019.
Maybe even sooner than that. I don't really. Maybe earlier than that. I mean, I don't. I'm sure they sneak good matches into Raw sometimes, but man, was that like? Oh, and they didn't even like. That wasn't even advertised for Raw, right? Like that was the thing that came out of that, like the intro 20-minute promo that Raw always is. It's like, well, tonight we're gonna have a ladder match for the number 1 contender for the WWE title between these 4 guys, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the only thing I didn't like about that though is like the whole contract thing hanging above the ring. Like if they don't make that where it's like, at the next pay-per-view, Rollins signs that, and if they make it like Money in the Bank, man, they've just shot Money in the Bank's credibility right in the foot.
They have, and I agree. No, but I think they will. I mean, we'll see what. I mean, obviously it's Monday right now, and we're recording, so I'm not sure what's going to happen with it. But man, after that, see, you got my heart pumping. It was one of those. God, that was. Oh my God, buddy. Oh my God.
Listen, I'll tell you what, man. Like that Seth Rollins and Big E is something that will definitely make me want to watch Monday Night Raw again. Right? Like I've not watched Monday Night Raw in probably 4 months.
Raw's been missing some Seth Rollins.
Like I catch little snippets here and there, man, but I'm not sitting down and I'm not investing time into that show.
Balor's on Raw too.
Yeah.
Oh, Balor was in that ladder match.
Yep. And Kevin Owens took the big bump.
Oh my God. I love that KO just he's like, all right, I'll just die. I'll be the one that dies in this match. And that's every ladder match he's in, he's the one that falls from 30 feet in the air onto more ladders.
And I mean, that's his passion for what he does, man.
My God, Kevin Owens.
So.
And he's fine. I'm sure he's on right now, like nursing, like I'm still sore from last week, but like he's probably got a microphone. I'm sure he's like maybe going to be in a tag match or something this week. But
Well, yeah, because that's what they do with it when they don't know what to do with him, which
Well,
is generally always.
He'll give somebody a stunner. They'll pop the crowd, and that'll be that. But
So, I mean, for me, man, like I said, this is definitely something that's going to make Monday Night Raw a little bit more watchable for me. I'm excited to see Seth Rollins and Big E in a program. I
kind of don't want to because I feel like Seth's going to come out with the title.
I do too.
Although they do like to do this and make somebody a 2-time WWE, so maybe Big E will get it right back. Like that's possible. Like Seth will hold it for a month and it'll go right back, especially with the WWE title because they're not taking a title off Roman. So
Yeah.
I feel like dropping like the WWE title, bouncing it back and forth once is not like it's almost one of those things to sort of solidify Big E as like a guy, as like the guy, because he's beaten Bobby Lashley, and I actually think he's going to fight Bobby Lashley tonight. In like a street fight or something like that. And, that'll be some sort of silliness, but, I think he will drop it to Rollins, but I think he'll get it back from Rollins.
You know what I was thinking, man? I feel like if they do this right, they could get WrestleMania out of these two.
They could. I mean, especially if they bounce it back once and give it a month and then like break it off and bring it back.
Yeah.
I think that could be a good thing. So no, I'm all for it. Like I said, we got Balor in the mix too. It's just there's lots of good going on Mondays. All the people that I really like, truth be told, because I'm a big Seth Rollins fan. I'm a big Big E fan. I'm a big Finn Balor fan. So Monday Night Raw for me is like one of those things where it's like, oh man, if it gets really good, we may have to record on Tuesdays exclusively because I may be wanting to watch Raw.
No, and that's fair. I mean that we'll see what happens.
So I'll watch it later, but I'll watch it tomorrow at work.
I'll probably watch it whenever we come out of here. Because I'll just hit the old reset on the little cable box there, and it'll start from the beginning.
The USA app has it too. Like if you have that and log in, you just boop.
Oh, nice! I didn't know that
from the beginning. Yeah, it's nice.
But like I said, man, definitely puts me in a situation that I want to watch Monday Night Raw, right? And we'll see what happens, man. With that's really all that we can do. Is it looks like they put a lot of pieces of the puzzle, on the red brand. Now we just got to put them where they fit, and you got to get Bobby Lashley looking strong again. I think you can keep him, in that mix. I think that he deserves to be in that mix, especially with Rollins and Big E. And I'd be into seeing, Seth and Bobby Lashley go after it and, all kinds of stuff. But the number one thing they need to do is get goddamn Bill Goldberg the fuck away from Bobby Lashley. Like, yeah, did you see what this man said this week?
I did, but go ahead and.
He said he thinks that he finally shut up all the fucking haters. I mean, bud, you did shut us up because we're hoping that you just go away at this point, and it's like, bro, like you seem to be a pretty intelligent guy. Like, I'm sure you took care of your money, right? Like, you don't need a payday this bad, do you? Like, come on, man. You're trash. Nobody wants to watch you.
No. Here, I mean, I didn't watch Blood Money 5. I don't. I read the results. No intention of ever watching any of those Saudi shows.
Well, yeah, you missed a good one this time, bud. So
I don't care. I really don't. It's really more of a matter of principle to me. For my eyeballs' sake, it's a matter of it's just in my head. And you know what? If Goldberg's only ever going to compete, hopefully in Saudi Arabia, that's fine with me. If he only ever wants to show up in Saudi Arabia, great. I never have to see it. That's fine. You know what? Goldberg can wrestle in Saudi Arabia, every Saudi Arabia show from now until the end of time, and I don't care. They can roll his ass out there through the sparks in a wheelchair, like in a wheelchair, like the little crippled, like with sparks. And they can just roll him to the ring and he can like fall out of the wheelchair and spear somebody who acts like oh my God, Goldberg with a spear out of the wheelchair. And he could pin him and whatever, and it'll be fine. I won't watch it. I literally will not watch it. That could have been what happened this week. This time. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I watched the result. I know he beat Bobby Lashley. He may have rolled out in a wheelchair through sparks and speared him out of a wheelchair, and
that didn't happen.
Well, I mean, maybe next time. But I don't care anymore. I really don't. And I think that's the thing. And I think that's what you're getting at too, is like, I think I silenced all the haters. It's like, no, we just don't care. I just don't care. Like I can't. And in fact, if you're gonna wrestle in Saudi Arabia, great, good for you, man. Yeah. Wrestle in Saudi Arabia every time you wrestle from now on, because I won't watch it.
See, unfortunately, I will. And then
that's your own fault.
Listen, pal,
that's a you problem.
I brought this up last week, bud. I already paying for blood money, so I mean, may as well just indulge in its spoils that comes across my television. Just once every 3 months.
Just because I'm paying for it doesn't mean I have to watch it. It doesn't mean I have to watch it. I mean, it really doesn't. I don't watch a whole lot of Disney Plus, but I know my wife and kids do, so it is what it is. But no, good for Goldberg for silencing his haters.
Yeah, silencing the haters. That's for damn sure.
Good for him. I don't know what he did to do it, but good for him.
I mean, apparently he thinks he puts on some good matches, but
hopefully he rides off into the sunset.
Yeah, well, he's just not going to do that either, because he's like, they asked him in the same interview. They asked him about the future of his contract. He said, we'll see what happens after. I got one match left on my contract, but we'll see what happens if we extend it or not. God, I hope not.
When's the next Saudi Arabia show? He can have that one there. And then that sounds good to me. I mean, he can have one more match in Saudi Arabia next year if he really wants. That's fine.
Yeah, I'd be all right with that.
I'm fine. Yeah.
Because that means I'd have a whole year that I wouldn't have to put up with it.
Can't be against a champion.
It will be. It will be.
I know. Fuck.
It's the unfortunate.
Oh, wait. Can Roman Reigns kill him? Oh my God, even better. Can Brock Lesnar kill him?
Well, they've already done that 3 times, haven't they?
Yeah, but what if he really kills him for good?
But that's not gonna happen. Let Matt Riddle kill him.
Yes, there we go. Okay, you know what? I take it back. He could have as many matches with Matt Riddle as he wants. All the matches with Matt Riddle and Danhausen.
Big ups to Danhausen, man. Broke both his legs on an indie shot.
No, he broke one leg, but he broke both his fibia and his tibia. Oh my God, poor Danhausen. I'm buying a t-shirt tonight just to support Danhausen. Good Lord. Okay. And this is a good segue into Ring of Honor, which we can talk about next. But oh my God. Oh my God, the hottest indie wrestler, Danhausen right now is what Kenny Omega was in New Japan. The hottest indie wrestler, period, at the moment. Danhausen isn't the hottest wrestler because of his matches, but because of the gimmick. And man, what a bump. I mean, a broken leg is just you're talking 12 weeks, 16 weeks, something like that. Probably maybe 6 months, because there's rehab involved with that. Poor fucking guy. Poor Danhausen. Good Lord.
Poor Danhausen.
Go buy some Danhausen t-shirts.
I would love to buy some Danhausen t-shirts, but I just got me a little Lady Frost t-shirt here. Came in the mail.
Frosted mini wheats.
No, frosted mini feets. It says eat these frosted mini feets.
Oh, that's dirty.
And she's on here.
I see her.
Yeah,
that's a little bit filthy.
Pretty good gimmick. I like it.
It's a good gimmick, especially because she's late. She's also Ring of Honor. She just signed
Impact.
She's Impact now. Yes. Okay, right. Okay, so good for Lady Frost.
Yes.
Pittsburgh. Bad for Danhausen. Badhausen for Danhausen.
Bad for pretty much anybody that worked in Ring of Honor, huh? I mean, what the hell's going on there?
I'm sure Bandito's going to be fine. I'm sure the Briscoes are going to be fine. Truthfully, I'm sure Danhausen's going to
to be fine. Yeah, FTR's already calling the Briscoes out on the old tweeter machine.
Good God! Look, if AEW is not already like, hey Briscoes, we have a contract for you. Like you're there. Tony Khan must just. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, but didn't they, like, after everything went down, man, they like tweeted out some like racial shit.
Did they? No.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Listen, I didn't click the feed to see, but I saw the headline.
No.
I sure hope not, man, because that's not.
Oh no,
that's not good for national television promotion.
No,
makes things pretty difficult.
Yeah, man, because they're so good in they're such good wrestlers. Please tell me that's not real.
I'd be into watching them versus FTR.
Oh my God, that would give that. Just that can be the main event for 6 months.
Yeah,
just let it.
But
happen.
It won't be because AEW doesn't do that shit.
No, they don't. But
we only know because they tell us every week.
No, yeah, absolutely. They tell us every. So that's the other thing about AEW, and we'll talk about Ring of Honor in a sec. But with AEW, I feel like they really are just like, all right, we're gonna set up the next show. So next week, Malachi Black versus, whatever. And it's just like I understand wanting to announce so that people will watch your show. Hey, I bought another one of those knives we lost at that AEW show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I haven't put it on my keys yet, but it's here. But it's so hot-shotted that it's almost silly. So I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about Ring of Honor because they sort of fired everybody, although everybody's in contract through the end of the year. Some people through March.
I mean, I guess they're gonna do one more show. I guess they're gonna do their big end of year pay-per-view.
They did a big Halloween show. That's how Danhausen broke his leg, actually.
And so they're gonna do that, and then I guess as of January 1st, everybody's kind of free from their deal.
Well, they're free now. They can sign or go where they can work wherever they want at the moment.
Yeah, but wasn't the caveat that they still had to work that pay-per-view?
Yeah, they still have to be able to work the pay-per-view.
I mean, dude, that's in hindsight, man, I'm not a big Ring of Honor guy. There's a couple people over there that you pay attention to, like the Briscoes and Danhausen, obviously, and who else is over there right now?
Bandito's their champion.
Yeah, Bandito's over there, and then Maria Kanellis, I know, is doing a lot with the women's division over there.
Mike and Maria are over there. Mike Bennett. They're Mike and Maria Bennett. Yeah.
But I mean, it's a place for people that might have not got a fair shake, in the larger promotions, or people that are kind of on their downward slide to kind of find a landing place, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, there's a lot of good talent that's come out of Ring of Honor. You look at Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly,
Seth Rollins,
KO, Sami Zayn, a lot of great talent has come.
And a lot of that was 5-10 years ago, though. I don't know that necessarily.
Right.
I think that's the point, though, is that Ring of Honor doesn't necessarily fill the role that it did 10 years ago, and I think that's really where they're trying to restructure it. In that, because the Briscoes aren't going anywhere, and if they're making racial. If they're making racist tweets on Twitter, they're not going anywhere.
Sure hope not.
I hope not. I hope it's misconstrued or something, or I hope it's not that, because as I don't know who they are as people. I don't follow it that hard, but I know as wrestlers and as talent, they're particularly fun to watch.
Yeah, I enjoy watching them for sure.
And I hope that that's not the case, because I feel like that. It almost puts them in the realm of the Velveteen Dream, right? Where it's God, these guys are so great to watch, and then you find out they're oh God, you're a trash human, and now nobody will work with you, and you're so good, but now nobody because what happened to the Dream, right? He was we were talking about 5-6 months ago, right? Where the Dream was just gone, And it was like he tweeted out like, "Hey, I'm this guy. This happened to me, and this is it's I'm gonna move on. You'll see me somewhere else. I'll be new. I'll be better. I'll be different." But I mean, we're talking months now. Like this guy's non-compete clause is way past its prime, and we have not seen him pop up anywhere. I mean, I hope for his sake that we do. But like, could that happen to the Briscoes? Yeah. Could that happen to a ton of the Ring of Honor talent? Like a lot of these guys are just nobody knows who the hell they are. I mean, Ring of Honor, like if you have a Roku TV, like there's literally like a Ring of Honor Roku TV channel that you can.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like you can just like watch like it, but it's all old. It's like Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle. Like it's old Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson. It's old Ring of Honor stuff, like 10 plus years ago old. And it's even in the like it's not in HD. And like it's old. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, like Sinclair has all the tapes and they've got like, stations all over the place, but it's at the same time, it's like, it's hard to find new Ring of Honor, particularly. I mean, you can find it on YouTube. Like you can watch the whole Halloween show they did. It's like an hour almost long. It's on YouTube though. But like, and that's the only way I've ever seen new Ring of Honor. I've only ever seen old Ring of Honor on television. So I don't know. But yeah, there's some good talent there. I'm sure a lot of the good talent. You got some wild turkey there?
I do.
Yeah, I bought a bottle of that tonight. Actually, it's on sale here. And
you buy 101?
Yeah, 101. It's on sale here.
So I wasn't gonna partake this evening, but
why not?
I don't know. A night off.
I mean, I guess it's good. It's good for your liver, I suppose.
Then
it's good for your liver, I suppose. But anyway,
so
cheers to you, buddy.
Hey,
I switched to beer. Cheers. Anywho's, yeah, but Ring of Honor, it's sad. It's interesting to see what'll happen because I do think that there was some shakeup that needed to happen. Although, Warhorse is over there too.
Oh so, yeah, absolutely.
I think Warhorse is a shoe-in Impact guy. If we're laying that out there, Warhorse is shoe-in Impact guy. But hopefully everybody finds a home. Love that Danhausen. Hopefully he finds a home too.
Hey, so real quick, we can get back to Ring of Honor.
I don't have anything else to say.
This just came right across here. Sasha Banks fans attacked Britt Baker for calling out WWE over gimmick infringement.
Attacked on Twitter.
WWE UK sent out a tweet ahead of WWE's tour. Sasha Banks will be in tow. Britt Baker responded in kind, letting everyone know just who the catchphrase, or at least a portion of it, belongs to. What? Boss will see you now. Oh. So
the doctor will see you now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's not. I don't know. I don't agree. It's boss time is her catchphrase. The boss will see you now is a very that's one, it's old. 2, it didn't get over. 3, it never made sense in the first place.
But why?
Well, I mean, because Twitter beef is eyeballs. That's why. Look, if anybody's going to feud on Twitter, it can be Sasha Banks and Britt Baker. That's fine.
For sure. Oh, somebody tweeted at Dr. Britt, bitch acting like she ain't steal Bailey's whole gimmick. Girl, sit your goofy ass down somewhere.
Okay.
All right. Shots fired. Role model. Shots fired. Listen, pal. At the end of it.
How much do we need Bailey back, by the way?
Oh, my God. Dude, Bailey coming back, it would be the absolute shot in the arm that the women's division needs. Although I am in love with what Sonya Deville is doing right now with Naomi. Beautiful.
It's
beautiful.
I'm loving how it's the slow build, and she's still an authority figure.
awesome.
Her authority figure role has literally been the best run of her career, and that can't be stressed enough. Like she gets a microphone every week. Like, look, she's great in the ring. She's great, but at the same time, I didn't know her. Like, not only is she great on the mic, but she's great at controlling a situation. Like, even when she's thrown into like sort of awkward situations, like that Becky Charlotte like throwing the title thing, like she kept that. Like that could have been trash, but edited because of Sonya Deville. When they edited it and put it on YouTube, like it was, you didn't know that was like it was like a blow up, right? Like it.
So I was still in the hotel from last week when I finally watched the segment, right? And I watched the like original not WWE edited one, and then I watched the Hulu edition of the show. And when it was edited, you are absolutely correct, man. Like Sonya Deville held that shit together.
Like she was the glue. Like she, not only does she have an eye for what's going on within the live arena, but she knows, she has an eye for what's going on with like, okay, what can be edited and what can be archived, right?
Yeah.
Like the edited version of what's going to come out, what WWE is going to have, because wrestling being live is really a 90s thing.
Yes.
Like wrestling was taped for 50, 100 years before it ever became a live show. There was a live crowd, but it was taped.
Right.
And it was edited for television. And Sonya Deville has the eye for edited for television, in addition to being able to control something that's going on in a live setting, which is just like, it's a mind-blowing level of brilliance that is underrated today, but she has it. And she demonstrated it, and she has demonstrated it in this leadership role over the last whatever year and a half that she's held it, and it's just been.
I remember whenever like this first happened and we came in here and we were talking about it, we were like, what the hell is going on? You know, and
I'm happy to be proven wrong.
He who shall not be named shit all over this. And it's like, hey, bud, like, you know, you got to let this breathe. You know, I'll tell you what, man, I was all about Sonya Deville going into this. I'm real pumped up. And you know what? I'm glad. I know that like when they split up, her and Mandy Rose, we were like, what the hell are they thinking? You know, this was right after they split up the Iconics, and it's like you're blowing up your women's tag team division. But hey, man, this is a move that's definitely paid off. Like, I mean, Mandy Rose just won the NXT Women's Championship on Tuesday.
That's amazing.
You know what I mean? And like,
that's amazing.
She looked goddamn good doing it too. Like,
that match was great.
It was great.
That was great. Like, I mean, I knew Mandy Rose was solid in the ring, right? Like, I always thought of her as like, they portrayed her as a pretty face, right? She was, you know, fire. It was fire and desire, but like Mandy Rose could always hold her own in the ring. But man, was she up a few notches?
Oh, for sure. But you know what though? Like, and you take the flip side of it too, right, pal? It's like, look at what Sonya Deville's done for herself, even after taking a leave of absence. You know what I mean? And like coming back, and I guess she's dealing with some injury stuff, and maybe her mental state's still not 100%. But like, she's out there, she's hitting the town, she's working the shows, and she's doing a phenomenal job. Listen, when she came out on Friday, right? And Shayna Baszler's like, "Where's the referee? Where's the referee?" And Shayna Baszler, Sonya Deville comes out and she's like, "Listen, the referee got hurt by Brock Lesnar last week. I realize we have a little bit of a problem here. I'll see if I can find a suitable replacement. Let me get a referee shirt." And then you got Pat McAfee selling the shit out of this, right? He's oh yeah, it fits just perfect. Yeah, there's nothing going down here now. Come on, you know, like Pat is a fucking genius for this role.
Is he not the best announcer WWE's had since Gorilla Monsoon?
Gorilla Monsoon, Bobby Heenan, like that. He's both
Bobby
Heenan into one.
Bobby Heenan did not. No, you're right. He is. He's both. because but you're right. Bobby Heenan did have a stint with Gorilla Monsoon. Bobby Heenan never did a lot of commentary. Like God, oh my God, is Pat good? Pittsburgh original, by
That's
the way.
real
By
good.
the way,
I think I sent a tweet or a text in our group message this week, and it was like we was watching SmackDown, and Boogs and Shinsuke, and I said, man, Pat's like single handedly put this gimmick over.
Boogs especially.
Yeah.
Shinsuke's over, but
Yeah.
Boogs particular like Boogs would not have a main roster job without Pat McAfee. He would just not.
No.
It's God, and I love Boogs. I love like Pat McAfee has made me love Boogs. Rick Boogs is to me. I don't even know. Like Rick Boogs is fantastic. Like I just love it so much.
It's a lot of fun.
They come out and it's like it's never my like favorite thing, but it's like it comes out and I'm like, oh yeah, like I get real hyped for it and I pop for it. It's like it's so good.
Definitely, and just SmackDown's so much fun, and and Sonya Deville just makes it.
Look, I have a friend.
Oh, bye, bud. She's like really bringing something to that authority figure role. Now, like they're trying to do with Adam Pearce, right? You see Friday, he delivers his message of the $1 million fine on top of his indefinite suspension, and you got Heyman there selling it and shit. It's like, don't change Adam Pearce. Let Sonya Deville be that.
I thought that Adam Pearce did a good job, actually. I feel like
I'm not saying that he didn't, but
he's doing a good job. I think that they've really got Adam Pearce between Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville. I think they've got a good team there. I think they work well together, and I think that there's really. I'm just going to sell this straight face because he's back there. Anyway, he's gone now. I really think that like they really sell it as a very clean like tandem.
Yeah,
like they sort of like their work friends, but they're not like friends. They're just work friends, and like you can see that in their it's really a good. It's that whole dynamic. I feel like that's always something that's really hard to hit with WWE, and somehow they've hit it. So it's really hard to be like, yeah, Sonya, you go back to like full-time in-ring competitor because like. Damn, you're so good in this role. Like it's really hard to just throw you out there when I can give you 4 segments and give you a microphone, where you wear a pantsuit and it's like, well, you really seem in charge and it's hard to like knock you out of that. So
yeah. But really, really into what she's doing, and I can't wait.
Victim of success is what she is.
I can't wait to see what they do with this whole Naomi thing, how this payoff's going to be.
I think there's going to be. I think they could drag it out because clearly, like Sonya's got other things to do. They could drag this out to WrestleMania, and it could be. I hope they do. I really do.
Yeah, it would be good. I'd be into it. Hey, pal, can I tell you something?
Yeah,
it's real important.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is Derek here?
No.
Oh, well.
John Moxley's a top guy.
This week he was. We'll see about next week. We'll see about 2 days from now. All right. I want to talk about it. Wait. Let me talk about this.
Top guy.
All right. So let's talk about John Moxley. John Moxley killed a dude 2 weeks ago. Killed him. I can't remember which dude it was, but he killed him and it was right. And then number 10 this week. Oh my God, he ripped his mask. No, not him. Not him, but number 10 of the Dark Order, the guy with the white weird clown mask. Killed him, ripped his mask open, bit his face, threw him into the ring post twice, rolled him into the ring, gave him the paradigm shift, pinned him, and walked the hell out. While this dude was bleeding like a stuck pig. He bladed because that was a lot of blood, and I think he bladed too deep. Poor guy. That probably required some stitches because he didn't mean to go that deep. That was a lot of blood. Oh my God, it was going. It was too much. But good for him. Good for number 10. Number 10 is a mess right now, though, and I don't think he's going to compete this week because he went a little deep with the blade. scraped his skull a little bit. It's got a skull scrape. Anyway, but no, like that's so hear me out. So yeah, Mox has been in this like whatever number one contender tournament bullshit, whatever, right? I mean, obviously Hangman's got the next shot.
Right.
That's where that is. But you know, there's another for like the next shot, right? So Mox has killed two guys, just walked out, squashed them. But he was not doing that. He was doing Outlaw Mud Show bullshit stuff for like months. Just months and months and months and months and months. And you know what? I know that's what he wants to do. But like, you can't do that now. He can't do that now. Top guys don't do that. Like, you know, you want to bleed. You bleed like Stone Cold bled. You remember when Stone Cold was bleeding in the sharpshooter, like against Bret Hart? Do you remember
the greatest double switch of all time?
The greatest double switch of all time. Yes, that's not what Mox is doing. Mox is bleeding against Outlaw Mud Show morons, Nick Gage, friggin' like just nonsense, non-top guy stuff. Just like, oh, I'm just gonna play in what I like to do, and it's not part of the storyline that I'm involved in because I'm not a top guy. Be a top guy. Be a top. Look, I want him to be a top guy.
He is a top guy.
Okay, but he wasn't for a little bit, and he didn't. He didn't play.
Never stopped.
He didn't play like a top guy. He played like an outlaw mud show jabroni, and he's playing like a top guy right now. So
he's just living his best life, pal.
That's not what top guys do. Now, let me talk about this because this is important to me. He is now about to fight a one Mr. Orange Cassidy. Now, Mr. Orange is not a top guy. He's Al Snow with head. And, you know, Mox has killed two dudes, and he needs to now kill Orange Cassidy because Orange Cassidy is going to be like, and Mox needs to bite his face, DDT him, give him color, make him bleed all over the place, and just leave. And I want to see that happen. I feel like they're going to give it 15 minutes.
Are you talking about his match with Nick Gage and GCW? Because that's what happened.
Yeah, I know. Is that what happened? I don't watch that garbage because, like, I saw it. I mean, like, I don't respect Nick Gage. I don't respect him.
You just laid out a match that already happened somewhere else.
Okay, well, I hope that happens with Orange Cassidy.
So you're into that then?
I'm into Mox not. I'm into Mox acting like a top guy and not giving jabronis like selling.
Top guy. You know who's not a top guy?
Kenny Omega.
I'm not gonna disagree with you on that one. But do you know who's not a top guy?
Joe Janela.
Cody Rhodes is not a top guy.
No, he's not. Well, go ahead, Walt. I want to hear where you have to go with this, and then I have thoughts.
Like they did it right. They beat Malachi Black.
Hated it.
And he lost to Cody fucking Rhodes
in the third match.
Match that he's already lost two of.
Cody finally overcame his adversary, who was fucking killed him. But that's fine. God, Cody's killed him. Oh, now he's gonna come out here and pour his heart out to the fans. Oh my God, my poor heart. I'm not gonna turn because I love you. Oh, I love you. What the hell? What the friggin' hell?
So
right?
you remember how like when Malachi Black debuted and Excalibur fucked that all up. You remember that?
Oh yeah, no,
then you remember whenever we came in here the next week and we were like, wow, they actually presented Malachi Black fucking phenomenally. Let's hope they don't fuck this up.
Yep.
And then the next week happened, and they still hadn't messed it up.
And we were like, oh man, they haven't messed this up yet.
And then the next week happened, and they still hadn't messed it up. Here we are, man. We're like 10 weeks into this thing, and they've done everything perfect. And then here comes fucking King Cody Rhodes with his fucking shovel of doom, and he just shovels the shit right on top of Malachi Black.
He's worse than Triple H. He really is.
Like
at least Triple H showed up every week, right?
Yeah, man. And it's like,
and he was the heel. Triple H was a bad guy.
I don't understand why the fans boo me. Really, bro?
I know why.
Really? Tom, will you school him? Let him know why.
Because he disappears, although he apologized for that. But okay, you're sorry. Nobody cares. No, I don't understand. Oh, you guys boo me, but I respect you too much to turn. Like what? Okay. First of all, let's talk about this in a serious manner. You've signed some of the top talent ever. Talent that's better. Look, I almost got into an argument with somebody, except I don't care about social media anymore. That's my like 2021, 2022 resolution is I'm done. I'm done on Facebook. I'm done commenting and YouTube. I'm done. I'm not fighting with any of these stupid motherfuckers on social media. It's not fair to me. So he gets all uppity about like, oh, it's about you. Like he gave this like heartfelt promo that like the AEW marks ate up. Like, oh my God, Cody is such a good the best promo he's ever given. But at the same time, it's like, no. What you do is you build up a guy for 2 matches. He fucking kills you, and then you come back as you should not, and you finally, oh my God, I've climbed the mountain and I've beat him. What's the payoff to that? The payoff is for you, Cody Rhodes. You've been beaten twice, and this guy is over. He's a killer. Oh, but no, Cody Rhodes can beat him. Cody Rhodes has literally beaten everybody. He's beaten Darby Allin. He's beaten everybody, right? I mean, at this point, it's like, why? What was that third match about? Why did there need to be a third match? You got beat 2-0. You didn't need a third match. It was over.
Just like the Jericho thing, bro. Like, you got to get one.
Mm-hmm.
Even when it doesn't matter, you got to get one. And like, I'm tired, man.
This is 50-50 booking, but worse, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a matter. It's like, oh well, they're still relatively even competitors. It's like, no, you were squashed. You had a semi-competitive match, although you still got beat, and then finally, through all odds, you won the third match. But like, that's not.
It shouldn't have happened.
No, that's that like 90s. Like, oh, but in the championship, once we've come together as a team, that's some Mighty Ducks bullshit, is what that is. And it's not quack. Yeah,
now that you bring it up, Cody does look a little bit like Emilio Estevez.
A little bit, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe more like what the hell was his name? Adam
Charlie?
Banks.
Adam Banks. He's absolutely Adam Banks. However, Emilio Estevez looked at both Charlie and Adam Banks and said, "Which one of your moms is single?" And then Charlie was like, "Mine, coach." And he was like, "Charlie, you're the captain." And then he banged his mom. So what we're saying is,
Cody's out here banging your mom.
Cody's banging your mom. No, it's dumb. Like, it didn't need to happen. Like Malachi Black should have moved on because he's killed Cody.
Yeah.
And like Cody should have come out and Malachi Black should be like, "I'm done with you. Go away, or I will just black out and come kill you later." But
like, why does this keep happening?
It's like this is like the 5th time. Like, this is if this was the first time, maybe it wouldn't be a big deal, right? But this is like the 5th time. Like, and now it's like, What? This is the only
Like,
storyline we have for Cody Rhodes.
Look at the Brody situation, right? Like, he loses.
This is what he wanted to do with Brody.
He loses in that dog collar match, right? And then he takes some time off because he had to go film whatever, probably the stupid reality show. And then he comes back and he beats Brody for the championship. Like, come on, man. Come on.
This is the same. It's the same thing. He did the same thing again with another guy who is like that level of like. It's hard to.
Brody was on his way to the top, man. Like, and Cody's just like, pump your brakes, bud. And then just did the same fucking thing to Malachi Black. And then he doesn't understand why people are booing him. Bro, like, you're trying to get your shit in every single week. And like, you have no remorse for what you're doing to the product and the people around you. As long as you fucking get your little EVP dick hard and you get to get yourself over at the end of the day, that's all you care about. You'll job to everybody, but you want to win when it matters most for that person in that projection of their storyline. That's why fans are booing you, because you're fucking everything up.
Yeah, exactly. Like, now he's gonna do it to Andrade. That's about to happen on. Look, yeah. I'm not the biggest Andrade fan.
Me neither.
They've stumbled with Andrade.
I think Andrade stumbled with Andrade too, because he's not looked sharp.
No, and truth be told, now I'm starting to see that like WWE released him, and I'm like, maybe they weren't wrong, because he probably wanted more. He like his stature with being the fiance of Charlotte Flair. He probably he bit off more than he could chew. And he can't. Is he the top star of AAA? Yeah, he might be. But is he
it's Penta for sure?
No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, no. So is he a top star?
Yes,
in AAA.
He's a top guy in AAA.
Yeah, is he a top star in America? Nah. I mean, he's a, and I think Vince saw him for what he was. Is like, yeah, you're a mid carder, bud. And he's showing that, yeah, he's probably a mid carder. I think AEW will realize it eventually, and then we'll see some FAW like tweets from Charlotte or from Andrade, like, how did you not like treat him like a top guy? It's like, because he ain't a top guy.
100%.
He's just not. Look,
no, he's not.
He's fine. He's absolutely.
I was excited for him, man.
But you're right. Like, I feel like. They say that sunlight is the sunlight will show all wounds, right? Sunlight will cure all poisons. It'll kill a.
Getting too philosophical for me, pal.
Okay, so he's got the sunlight, right?
Yeah,
and now he's sort of just getting to prove himself to an American audience with top American star, because this is where the money is, right? Look.
Ooh yeah.
Okay, money, right? Yeah. Dr. Britt Baker.
Listen, there wasn't a person in that building that didn't have a Dr. Britt terrible towel.
Money, right? Like we're talking about money, and in America, that's all that matters. Like, truthfully, his promo this week, like, the man can speak English well enough to deliver a promo that is heartfelt and great. He did a great job. But, man, I just don't know that he's not the guy. He's a Cody Rhodes level guy. Cody Rhodes isn't the guy.
No.
Okay. God, I hate to drag this segment on, but let's just drag it.
Hey, it's just me and you, pal. We
all right,
we'll go till it's time for you to go to bed, bud. It don't matter to me.
But I'm so tired. I still have another beer. We're good.
Okay, then.
So this week on YouTube, somebody had dragged me a little bit, and they were like, "Oh my God, the Rhodes family is the best family in wrestling," and I was like, "What? The Anoa'i family? Are we serious? Like Roman Reigns, Alpha and Sika, Yokozuna, Roman Reigns,
The Rock, Rikishi,
Rikishi,
the Usos, Solo Sikoa.
Yeah, so right, Solo Sikoa. I forgot about him.
And I have something to say about Solo Sikoa. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there right now. So they bring Solo Sikoa in, right? And who does he remind you of, Tom?
Umaga.
Hey, you know who he reminds me of?
Also
Samoa
Umaga.
fucking Joe.
You're right.
They're presenting Solo Sikoa as the new Samoa Joe, and they're gonna send fucking Samoa Joe out to pasture again. I can see the writing on the wall.
Samoa Joe's 45 years old. I love Samoa Joe. Like, if Samoa Joe was here right now,
he had more to give.
I would hug him and kiss him. God, I fucking love you. But no, you're right. I think that they are going to do that. But no, I mean, I see him as more of really as an Umaga. I saw a lot of Umaga and Samoa Joe, though, although they're not part of the same family, because Umaga's also Anoa'i.
Yeah.
And but man, no, like the Anoa'i family, like somebody was like, oh, the Rollins family. It's like there's the 3 people. Like you want to talk about? There's like 20 people, including The Rock.
Yeah,
friggin' Roman Reigns and
2 of the probably greatest of all time. Like, I think when this professional wrestling thing's all said and done, body of work, those 2 guys definitely hit Mount Rushmore.
For sure. I mean, Roman Reigns is younger than we are. Like, Jesus Christ.
By a couple of days.
Yeah, a little bit. But he's in way better shape than me.
Yeah. I can't walk up the steps without getting winded. What are you talking about?
But on top of that, you know, I mean, then you got the Hart family. You got Brett, you got Owen, you got, you know, Natalia. You got, I mean, there's just, it's not like, if we're talking wrestling families, like, you got Dusty in the Rhodes family, right?
I mean, listen, I was a big Gold Dust guy, right? Like,
I am too, but
that character is iconic. But like, when you hear Rhodes, man, you instantly think of Dusty, and that's it. That's it. The American dream, baby.
The American dream, baby. And it, like, with Dusty, it's like his, you know, his. I mean, his prime is 30 years past. Yeah, he had some big NXT time. He did some good things in NXT, but at the same time, like, there's three humans.
Absolutely.
And
2 of them are mid-carders.
Yeah, 2 of them are mid-carders. I mean, and Dusty himself, while being a great booker, he ain't Vince McMahon. He you know, he's not Ric Flair.
Woo.
I mean, what the hell? So yeah, I mean, I don't think that the Rhodes family ranks anywhere. I mean, I think they rank somewhere around the Orton family, only because Randy is so friggin' good. Because you know, Cowboy Bob's great.
Bob was great. Like, his little broken arm gimmick, and then like when he came back to the E to be with Randy, and he had the broken arm. They brought the broken arm gimmick back. Yeah, that was phenomenal.
It was great. Look, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like the Rhodes family lives with the Orton family, and that level of like wrestling prowess, and that's being nice to the Rhodes family. Right?
I mean, it's like it's got to be what Anoa'i, Hart, and then I would say probably the what the fuck, drawing a blank, fucking.
Give me a name.
The Texas boys.
The
Von Erichs. The Von Erichs.
Yeah, the Von Erichs.
God, dude,
No, you're right. Yeah, it's like
that's top 3 wrestling families for sure.
I know why he Hart Von Erichs. You're right. 100%.
You want to talk about the most wasted potential in the entirety of wasted potential? It's the Von Erich family.
Yeah, oh my god. It's because they all had
they all had some issues, you know.
A little too much.
It's like, I mean, for Christ's sake, Kerry was the Intercontinental Champion with a fake foot,
and he was also
too
much of that.
Yeah,
that's probably why he's the Intercontinental Champion with that. I do think that I think the Rhodes family is maybe above the Hennig family a little bit.
No
I mean,
way.
God, Mr. Perfect's so good, but
No.
it's hard to say.
Listen, pal, you want to keep moving them down the list because we can.
Do we have time?
I mean, we can do whatever we want.
What other families are we talking about here? Oh my God, the Lawler family. Let's talk about Jerry. Clearly,
Character-wise, Jerry was the best character out of the 5 of them.
The King of Memphis.
Gold Dust, though, that's a big character.
But Jerry was the King of Memphis.
Jerry was the King of Memphis.
Oh man, Brian, his son, poor Brian. R.I.P. It is sad. Who else? Who else are we thinking about? Oh, the Holly family. They're not related.
No, they weren't.
The Hollies.
But listen, so whoever was trying to troll you with that nonsense that the Rhodes family is the greatest wrestling family of all time, clearly is just dick riding, because that's not true.
No, it's not even close.
At all.
It's not even like. And look, if we're gonna talk about the Anoa'i family, particularly, like, I mean, you've got there's like Yokozuna, The Rock, and Roman Reigns. Let's just talk about the tippy top guys, Like, holy crap, tippy top guys. Like,
yeah, but dude, the High Chief was a tippy top guy for a really long time.
Yeah, Peter Maivia. You were talking about Peter.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Same with the Usos, the greatest tag team of all time. Like people are like, they're the greatest tag team.
Hey, they lost to the New Day on Friday, which I thought was really interesting.
It was a great match, but it was, yes, they did.
The setup promo was good. It was a little awkward, but because the Usos were trying to just be Uso Penitentiary, and then you got the New Day that's in this new. Well, you see, good sir,
I love
royal.
It. Oh my God!
Listen, they're the right duo to play that role.
God. It's
right?
So good. It's so good. It's so good, Walt.
But then you can't trot real life Jimmy and Jey Uso out there, that are playing on, past battles of respect and this, that, and the other, and then you got commentary going, well, this is the first time that the Usos and King Woods and Sir Kofi have met. It's like, no, motherfucker, it's not.
It's not.
It's not.
We've seen this 100 times. However, I'll watch it again.
Because it's always good.
Let's move on. Shut the fuck up. Yeah.
Stop.
No, it was good. God, it was good. God.
But the Rhodes family is not a top wrestling family, let alone the top wrestling family. So
now,
whoever said that, it's just gibberish. And I mean, if you don't want to be on social media no more, pal, right, and deal with this shit, just keep scrolling every once in a while and bring some of this dumb shit in here so we can shit all over it. You know what I'm saying? That's dumb. That's dumb. I hope it's not somebody that we both know and love that said something like that. I hope it's some.
I don't know anybody. I don't have friends.
Okay, well, that's false. But
you're my friend. It's you're my friend, and Derek's my friend, although he's not here.
Derek's not here.
Wait, what?
When were you going to tell me?
I thought this was going too smoothly.
Oh, shots fired.
I need to make you cough.
I love that the two of you just shit all over the other one whenever the other one's not here, and it's just I
miss him. Truth be told, I wish he was here.
Bro, I had such a shitty day. I couldn't wait to come in here and just bully him all night, and he must have known. He had to have felt it.
I would have told you to stop being mean to him, but I miss him. He's not here. So I miss him.
I sent him a text message, and I was like, "Hey, bud, we're going on at 8:30. Okay, this is the last message I'm sending you because I don't have the energy to chase you today." And I didn't. Usually, I would have called his wife. I'd have called his dad. I'd have called him 6, 7, 35 times.
Don't call my wife. She'll talk to you. My wife will talk to you. You'll be late because you call my wife.
Well, I was late because we were having, so we had to kick back because of me. But
I didn't know. I was watching TV with my kids.
That's good.
I logged in. It was like 8:01, and I logged in, and I was like, "Oh, Walt's not here. I'm gonna hang out with my kids. I'll come back at 8:30." I didn't really have my phone in my pocket, but like I popped back in. I was like, "That's the face I make." Anyway, do we have any other topics?
I mean, I think we're done. Unless I can find something we can talk about match of the week.
Let's talk about that. It's been an hour.
Okay. Match of the week, sir.
I mean, it was obviously a ladder match on Monday, right? Like that's the best match, but
It's up there.
I mean, it was the match, but God, it was fucking the match. Okay, but no, on Friday they really shocked me. So Charlotte pops out, and then Charlotte had a match with Shotzi, and I was like, "Oh, this is bullshit." And Charlotte won, and I knew that was gonna happen. But like, what?
Shotzi looked good, bud.
It had time, and like it
had time because of Charlotte.
But it was great. Like
so
can
I interrupt you before you get into the meat and potatoes of your match? Like, do you think that like Charlotte was in this situation as a punishment, or do you think Charlotte was in this situation where she's like, hey, like I want to start putting over some of this younger talent, like I've been trying to say that I've been wanting to do, and was this an image rehab from the locker room perspective?
Honestly, I don't know. But I loved it. I mean,
it was awesome.
So here's the thing. Like, that match on Monday was like the greatest match of Raw for like the last several years, right?
3 at least.
At least 3, maybe 10. But
no, because you got to remember Rollins with his Intercontinental Open Challenge was putting on bangers every single week.
Oh my God. Yeah, he did have that match with Balor that went 25 minutes. That was just like, oh my God, why have I not been watching wrestling? You're right. So that was a great match, but like that was a better match. But at the same time, like it's hard to like say that like I went into this going, oh my God, they're just gonna let her kill Shotzi. Like, why is she gonna kill Shotzi? And then 15 minutes later, I'm like, holy crap, this is fucking amazing. Like I feel like my expectations were like at the floor.
Well, neither one of us is high on Shotzi at all.
No, and I feel like my expectations were I like Shotzi as like I think her wrestling's good. I think her promos are good. I think she's just like, I think the character is good. I think she just
can't bring it together.
But it happened. Yeah. It all came together.
It did.
And Charlotte like pushed it together. It was like one of those things where it was like kind of teetering one way or the other, and Charlotte was like, nope, black. And it happened. And I hope my hope is that is the catalyst for Shotzi, right? Because like that's what I want from now on. Like Shotzi, top chick, Shotzi, right?
Top chick Shotzi.
That's what I want.
I mean, she went in there and got it after Sasha too. Like
top to bottom,
awesome.
Best segment of the week. Like,
I was into it.
That match was good. That was a better match.
It was a better match than it should have been.
Oh, wait, no. On Monday, I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
That was a better match. But that segment as a whole sold me on everybody involved. So that's really to me as a wrestling fan, it was like, God, when they announced that on Monday, I was like, oh my God, I need to watch Raw. I need to at least tune in at the end, right? Like that all sort of kerfuffle happened in the beginning, and then at the end it was like, why did they not tell me this was going to happen so that I could like clear my schedule? So then I cleared my schedule during the bullshit in the middle of Raw, and like I watched the end, and that was great. That was a better match, but They blew my socks off on Friday night with the opening match, and that's what I'm going with. That was my match of the week.
It was good.
Just because I didn't expect it, and it's like, oh, the punch of the week is the one you don't expect, and they punched me right in the face, and I liked it.
So I might tend to agree with you here, right? But then we would both be wrong, and I'm not into that, right? But the match of the week was Tuesday on Halloween Havoc, and that would be the NXT Women's Championship match between Raquel Gonzalez and one Mandy Rose.
I'm not going to argue with you.
That's why I cut you off earlier, bud, because I didn't want you to gush all over it before we got here. Like they did a really, really good job putting that match together, right? And like Raquel Gonzalez is going to the main roster. Like there's no doubt about it. They changed her presentation. She's got these bright trunks, tights on now. Like she's going to the main roster. And you could kind of see the excitement on her face, like whenever they got out there, and her and Mandy were smiling at each other because they both knew what this meant for their career, I guess is the way I look at it. And
you're right.
They went out there and they beat the shit out of each other.
They laid it in.
They really laid it in. And, I'm not usually a super big fan of like over the top gimmick matches like this, but every once in a while, more often than not, like one will catch me and it's like, that was really good. Right.
Yeah.
And this was really good, and clearly Mandy Rose still has a little bit of work to do on her actual in-ring stuff. But like from the performance standpoint, like she's a total package. You know what I mean? She's a beautiful woman. She's athletic as hell. Like, and one thing that we weren't sure of, and we goddamn for sure learned it on Tuesday night, she's tough as hell because Raquel Gonzalez beat the living shit out of her. And Mandy took it with a smile on her face, and Beth Phoenix was doing a really, really good job telling that backstory about how she's always been given these opportunities because she's a pretty face, and everybody says she never earned this and she never earned that. She's out there getting the shit kicked out of her, and she's showing everybody, hey, I am tough. I hate to say the pun. I am tough enough to be in this business, and like. She looked real good, man, and I'm really excited for this whole Toxic Attraction like title reign thing over NXT 2.0.
Dripped in gold.
Braun Breaker and Tommaso Ciampa was real good too, but like,
God, it was. Braun Breaker still has a little bit to go, and I think that putting him with Ciampa. And they're about to do this. They're doing this European tour right now, right? And so they're putting Braun Breaker, Sami Zayn, and Tommaso Ciampa together for the NXT Championship, and that's the show. Like that's the main event of the NXT show. And I really think this is like this is Braun Breaker's like. This is his training, right?
Yeah.
You got to come out here with Ciampa, who's good God. Ciampa's better than everybody else, period. Sami Zayn, who is better at selling and just the character guy. And they're going to pin Sami, right? Braun's pinning Sami. That's what's happening in Europe right now. Right now. That's happening in Europe. And but that's what they're doing, and it's very old school wrestling in that sense. And
oh yeah, for sure. I'm liking the direction of 2.0. I'm not gonna lie. So, but yeah, match of the week definitely Mandy Rose and Raquel Gonzalez NXT Women's Championship.
I'm shocked you did go with the ladder match, but still, Derek would have. Derek said the ladder match was the it came in it was like a Ouija board. That's what he said was his match of the week.
No, because he wouldn't have watched Raw.
Well, he would have been wrong, but
he would have definitely been wrong because it was definitely at the top of the heap. It was a fantastic match too, bud.
But he's not here. So
he's not.
Whatever.
So
that's Derek's match of the week. I'm gonna give it to him.
Okay.
That's
fine. It's fine.
Thanks.
It's fine.
Thanks.
All right, let's get up out of here. Hey, we
I'm so
appreciate
tired.
everybody that's been hanging out, watching, listening to our bullshit. If you're here, please hit that like button, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at @1_Fall WC. That's ONE. And man, check us out at the Audio World. Hit the Teespring shop here next week. I got a few new designs that are going to be going up. Just been passing the time. So, with all that being said, thanks for hanging out. It's all love. We'll catch you next week. One Fall WrestleCast.
Live.